so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. Echo Base Network. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens. I'm sure that Nick is on a work call, stuck in traffic. So you just got me tonight, unfortunately. Just kidding.
I was like, does he not see the screen at the bottom?
What? Choke myself up. What's going on, man?
Staying busy with work as usual.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
that is what we do.
I'm not as lucky as some people like Culture Casino to be a full-time YouTuber.
Oh yeah, must be nice.
I actually have to work a real job, and
that's a real job. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just different. So, but look, I can complain all I want, but trade my salary position for anything. When
No.
when I retire, now we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that stage of life. We won't be too old. We're still going to be young and hip and have Riz and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, thank you very much for being here. Risman is not with us tonight. We are unsure right now about the DA, but we know this. You got us.
Yep.
It's an original Echo Base Network live stream tonight. And we got something cooking tonight. When the show ends, we will be starting another stream where I will be going through Alien Isolation. I'm actually going to be adding the camera so you can see me as we play. Nick will be there moderating and watching me get scared out of my mind, I guess. That's what everybody tells me. I haven't seen the alien yet. Haven't heard the alien yet. But I think I'm close. I got to be close.
Yeah, we only got about 45 minutes into the beginning of the game. So.
Yeah, no alien yet.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of game is this? All right.
Yeah. No, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. like the game's almost done, right? I think I almost beaten it, right?
No, the game's actually pretty long too.
Oh boy. Okay.
Like it's not like, Breath of the Wild long. But it's not like Mario Brothers 1 short.
Yeah. I'm with you. Well, look, want to say a special welcome and hello to the people that I saw in chat during the pre-show. We got Everscale, Jedi Master Lawrence, Christian, Ben, Blood Guilty Gaming, Malleus, Rogue Sarge, Mattuine, Papa Palpatine's Pizza Padawan, Lombardi 1969, Venger, Debbie Young, Scott Westbrook, Darth Maul's Lower Half, Istaphobos, Graf Webb, Emily Kruger, Nathan Rodriguez, Chris D. Dios, Nocton, and Ted's Nerd World. Thank you guys for being here very, very much. Before we open it up to our first topic of the night, Scott Westbrook. Hey, Scott. Has gifted 5 Echo Base Network memberships. Thank you. And everybody who received one of those, please give Scott a big thank you. One of our very biggest supporters. We appreciate that very much. Always a pleasure hanging out with Scott.
Yep. Got to hang out with him at Icon this year. Glad he got to make it. Yep. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and his son.
Yep.
Let's see. Debbie, speaking of gifted EBN memberships.
Who also brought her son.
Yep, brought Kevin. Yeah. Debbie gifted 10 Echo Base Network memberships, so big thank you to Debbie as well. Guys, thank you for all the gifted memberships. Everybody here is going to be a member before it's over. Like, it's crazy. We love it.
I know Debbie's not having a good year this year. Her freaking Cincinnati Bengals are not doing very good, sitting at the 2-4 record.
I would have no idea. No clue. Well, Debbie, thank you very much. We love you and appreciate you as well. Nathan Rodriguez, $2 super chat. Star Wars is dead. Trans doesn't exist in Star Wars.
No, it does. Well, it does now. It does in Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, that's right. Star Wars is forever. Disney Star Wars. Ooh, I'm with you. Yeah. Totally with you, Nathan. And I agree. Keep the political stuff out of it. But Star Wars is politics. It's
always been political.
Not like that.
No, it had political themes to it. It wasn't real world, current day.
No.
Politics stuff shoved in there.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's the difference.
The galaxy's so big, you don't think there was trans people?
No.
It takes you out of the make-believe world. And you can't escape.
Yeah.
There's no escapism when they do those things. Mm. And look, I'm not saying you can't have that in a show. If you're going to have it in Star Wars, I just don't like it. Does that make me a phobe? No, it does not.
Yeah. And being a phobe is where you're like, like if you have I don't know what the phobia is for heights, like which I have a phobia of heights. It's not really the heights, it's just the falling to my death part. Like even when I would be in like VR games, you know, and I'd be up high somewhere looking down, like I would get, you know, a little shaky. You hate elevators and tight spaces.
And and the first time I ever did VR was in your living room. I got inside the X-wing cockpit, and when the hatch closed, my claustrophobia went to 10.
Yeah. Because it really feels like you're in there. And so it's.
I was like, "Help me, mommy."
Yeah. So you know, to use phobias for, you know, that kind of stuff is just ridiculous, because we're not afraid of those kind of people or that lifestyle or nothing.
You either fully accept it the way that they want you to, or you're the worst thing they can call you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. There is no middle ground. There is no personal preference. It's either accepted 100 or you're 100% the worst, awful, most vicious thing I can call you.
Yeah.
That's the world that we're living in. And, you know, that's actually a big topic tonight. So, Nathan, stick around. Thank you very much for that $2 super chat. We appreciate that. GraphWeb, $2. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Every day, sir. Every day. Thank you, GraphWeb, the most consistent man on YouTube, that is. Ted's Nerd World, member for 45 months. How's that Alien Isolation? Day 2 coming tonight after the stream. So hope that you guys can join us. That will be awesome. Jedi Master Lawrence gifted 10 Echo Base Network memberships. So that is 25 new memberships already today. So thank you guys. We got 120 people in chat. Warm welcome to the show. Thank you, Jedi Master Lawrence. We love and appreciate you as well. Thank you for all that support.
Yep. And real quick before you hit that one, I just want to give a shout out to Nick B in the chat, who's got the Power Peralta Ripper design in his for his little icon for his profile. It's anybody who was a skateboarder back in the 80s, 90s knows what that design is.
Never heard of that in my life.
Power Peralta?
Yeah.
Yes. It was the skateboard company. Tony Hawk was one of their guys, along with several other professional skateboarders back then.
Cool. Last super chat before we move on to our first topic of the night. I would like to see Chris Reed, $5 super chat. I would like to see live action remakes of Clone Wars and Rebels, Obi-Wan Season 2, and an original trilogy reboot. Hopefully Andor Season 2 has more action. Chris, it sounds like you're wanting to see some good Star Wars. I am on board with most of what you say, but I think Nick would agree with me. An original trilogy reboot is like sacrilegious to me.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
There's no way you are going to do a reboot any kind of justice and have it be compared to the
Nothing
original.
could be better than it.
Yeah. No way.
Just I'll tell you what, instead of a reboot, just release the original versions.
Yeah.
Let that be the reboot.
Yes.
You know?
You know, stuff like Batman, Superman, comic book characters, you know, stuff like that, you know, that go through constant reimaginations and reboots and that sort of thing. It works for all those IPs.
Right.
That would not work for Star Wars, in my opinion.
It wouldn't, but as for a live action Clone Wars, I would be 100% down. It doesn't have to be Obi-Wan and Anakin. It doesn't have to be Ahsoka. It can be, but it could be Clone Wars era with clones and just tell us different stories. I'm 100% down for that. I think Rebels would be harder to pull off.
Yeah.
Because you can't really have Rebels without those characters. Obi-Wan Season 2, I'm down. But it's got to be better than the first one.
Yeah, and I think most people in chat would agree. I have very little to zero faith that Disney can give us good versions of any of this stuff. You know, last night on Doomcock stream, the DA joined us, and he was talking about he just wants to fast track, you know, the destruction of these companies. You know, just keep putting the trans stuff in it, the woke crap in it, and just get it, you know, burned down to the ground as fast as possible so that somebody else can take over and we can maybe get something good then. But as far as Disney giving us anything good Star Wars related, until I actually see it and say, okay, that was actually pretty good, I don't think they're going to give us anything good.
Yep, I totally agree with you there. So, guys, thank you very much for all the member chats and super chats. We're going to play this little thank you video for you real quick. Some real Star Wars. Hope you appreciate this. We are your Echo Base Network. We'll be right back with our first main topic. I'm in favor. Let me correct, because people in chat are like, wait a minute. I'm in favor of an Obi-Wan season 2 that has no connection to the previous storyline.
Yeah, for sure.
That series needs a reboot.
Yeah. Basically, you know, if they did an Obi-Wan season 2, they would need to pretend like everything in season 1 did not even happen.
Don't mention it. Yeah, just leave it alone. No Reva, no Vader. I fought Vader. No, this needs to. He doesn't even need to be in it. You know,
and the thing is, I'm fine if Vader's in it. If they're showing like a separate storyline to Kenobi's where he's hunting for Kenobi, but just never finds them, but finds other Jedi and kills them, and that sort of thing. And I've talked about this before on the channel. You know, the bounty hunters or Inquisitor or somebody, you know, finds Kenobi and they're trying to get the message back to Vader. And, you know, at the last minute, Kenobi stops them and they don't report back that he's actually has a son and Kenobi's on Tatooine and all this sort of stuff. You know, there's a good story to be told there. But once again, this is Disney we're talking about.
Right there. Be friends with the Sand People.
Yeah, no being friends with the Sand People. Yeah. They're, you know, Anakin described them.
He's dealing with Mos Eisley scum. Yes. That's the kind of thing we could get into. Yeah. That's the thing I can support. We don't need a rematch of the century.
Yeah. I mean, that
so dumb.
About cash grab. That was the biggest cash grab. Like, oh, they're gonna face off again. We've seen that twice. Once in the prequels and once in the original Star Wars movie. Like, we don't need another rematch between Obi-Wan and Vader.
Yeah.
It's not needed. I mean, some things just are not needed.
You know, but everything from the series isn't bad. For instance, you can get this awesome Darth Vader statue that is just released. It is from the Kenobi series where he is sitting on the Vader throne at his castle. Gentle Giant released this $300 for Vader sitting on the throne. But I got to say, dude,
it looks pretty badass.
It's pretty sweet. I love some Vader.
Yeah.
I mean, I just do. But I don't love watching him get defeated like he did in Kenobi again.
He was like a bitch in that show, man.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this? This is not Darth Vader. Who is this guy? Real quick, sort of off topic, but on topic. Top 3 villains of all time. Go.
On anything?
Anything.
Anything at all.
Anything. Top 3 villains.
Even animated.
Animated, anything. Top 3 villains all time.
No Star Wars or Star Wars?
Anything. Everything. Shows, movies, cartoons, comics. Top 3 villains.
I'm going to say Vader.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Megatron.
It's hard to pick that third one. There's so many.
Dang. You know who popped into my head?
The Cobra Commander?
Randy Bolton.
Randy Bolt. Who the hell is that?
Ramsay Bolton.
Oh, from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
He was a psychopath.
he played a great character.
Yeah.
Like, he played the character so well, I hate the guy in real life.
Yeah.
Like, that's how great of a job he did. I mean, that is a compliment, you know. But it wouldn't be my number 3, but it's worth mentioning. Golly, dude. Clubber Lang. I don't know.
Yeah, mine would be Vader. Would be my number 1 too. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII would be my number 2, and my number 3 is hard too.
Oh, well, if we're gonna bring video games into this, Diablo.
Yeah, anything.
Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo would be a good one. My third one would probably be probably Joker from The Dark Knight. Yeah. Yeah, she is definitely a villain.
Godzilla. Ming the Merciless. Y'all got some good.
Ming.
Gargamel.
Oh, Gargamel Smurfs.
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber was a good one. Hans Gruber was definitely a good one. I see Palpatine in chat. Gavin Newsom. Oh God.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
You guys. The chat always has great recommendations, but crap. Who was my third? Oh, Diablo. Yeah,
Diablo.
I would go Diablo or Ganon.
Oh yeah, Ganon's a good one. Yeah.
But anyways, that was good. That was good, Nick. I like you coming up with that.
Yeah.
I'll have to beat you in some other top 3s here later on.
Yeah.
Something else you could get, guys, a 1-to-1 C-3PO head.
That's cool.
It is $120. It's available at Disney parks, and it will be available on Star Wars website. That would really look nice in my new fresh case back here.
Yeah. You know what else would look cool in that case?
What?
That helmet right next to that C-3PO head.
No. No. I think not. If you haven't seen my case, now there's 2. Now there's 2 of them because I bought this one and got everything put in there. Very happy with it. Very happy with it. So, all right. C-3PO head is available, $120. I'm probably not going to be doing that. But it's cool. Really cool to have a 1-to-1.
I like it.
You know, I mean, who wouldn't want some head from C-3PO?
The eyes light up.
Yeah.
I mean, that and the Vader thing. I mean, I'm not one to really give Disney my money. I try to buy secondhand if at all possible. And God, man, just thinking about that, I still hate that I missed out on that Cobra Rattler on that HasLab. Because I knew that thing was coming out and I really wanted it.
Dude, if you're just patient, you'll be able to get it at an even better price than what it sold for. Somebody will be selling them. They'll need the money. They'll have to get rid of it. I see it all the time. I see the Razor's Crest HasLab in the box, $300.
Yeah, nobody wants that thing though. Do you see that for the Jabba sail barge?
I don't recall.
Yeah, that very first HasLab that they did, man, I should have jumped on that when I had the chance. But yeah, it's I'll get one. I'll get one.
Yep. All right. Here we
Everybody
go.
in chat, keep your eyes open for a Cobra Rattler from HasLab.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So Disney finally, Nick, after all these years,
releasing the uncut, unedited edition of
finally, trilogy? After all these years, we're getting the official sequel to Return of the Jedi.
Finally, man, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. Disney, don't worry, guys. The Thrawn trilogy, nah. They're going to let us know everything in a brand new Marvel comic series called Battle for Jakku.
Oh, wow. I cannot wait. I'm going to buy the first number one copy as soon as it drops. I cannot wait to read the story. It is going to be so stunning, so brave, and absolutely excellent. I agree with Christopher in chat. Dark Empire was the sequel to Return of the Jedi in the comics, not the Battle for Jakku.
Yeah. Totally with you. Heir to the Empire is always going to be my sequel.
Yeah, that too. Yep. Same.
So I don't care what they say. It will be interesting to see what kind of story they try to tell. But you know where it's going to tie into. It's already going there.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing is, you can get the digital copies of those out on the high seas. I actually might get it and check it out and maybe review it for the channel just to show everybody how terrible it is, because I already can tell you right now it's going to be bad.
Yep, totally agree. Something else I thought was interesting. They are in pre-production right now, or they've greenlit rather. They've greenlit Jason Bourne, but they're still in negotiations with Matt Damon to bring him back. I don't know if this project's going to move forward without him, if he chooses not to. He did say recently that he was open to returning if the story was good enough. That he was open to returning as Jason Bourne again. I think it's a fantastic series. I don't think they ever made a bad movie. So I would like to see a sixth Bourne film. How about you?
I liked that series for sure. What was the spinoff of Jason Bourne? The one with
it had the word Bourne
Jeremy
in it.
Renner.
Yeah, it had the word Bourne, the Bourne Legacy, the Bourne.
Yeah, Bourne Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. That one was okay. I didn't like it as much as the regular Bourne movies.
Yeah.
But,
it's kind of like Creed.
Yeah.
It's just not Rocky.
Yeah, no. I did like the first Creed film though.
Yeah.
But and the second one too, when Dolph Lundgren comes back,
I couldn't even make my way through the third one.
Yeah, I've not watched the third one. I've never seen it. I'll probably never watch it. I've read the whole backstory on that, how Stallone was basically kind of forced out on that whole project, and so that made me lose interest in it already.
Hey, I hear Humphrey Bear is onto something here. I hear in the movie Jason Bourne is going to accept Christ, and they're going to call it Born Again.
Oh yeah, I can totally see Hollywood doing that. It's 100% believable.
Right. No way. So pretty cool. If you are a gamer and like things that we like,
I saw this.
There's a new G.I. Joe game out.
Yeah, so Angry Joe actually did a playthrough and did a review of this. One of the negatives he had, I think it was only
12 missions.
Basically he went through the entire game in like 4 hours.
Right.
But 4 hours of gameplay, I don't know what the replayability is on it because I've not played it yet. But I'm probably going to get this along with the Capcom arcade classics that has Children of the Atom in it. So I saw both those on the PlayStation Store, and I'm probably going to get them.
Yeah. So my question is, and I don't know this, if this game is cooperative.
It is up to four or five people.
So I could totally see me and you going through this together.
100%. Yeah. And I believe it's cross-platform too. So even if I got it on my PlayStation, which I got my remote play set up on my PC, so I can actually play my PS5 on my PC right here, and we could actually jump in a match and actually go through it.
Yep. Yeah, I would be down for that. It looks great.
Yeah,
it's definitely G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% down.
It's got that old school, TMNT, X-Men, beat 'em up, arcade style.
The last Ninja Turtles game was excellent. Like it was really good.
Yeah.
And this appears to be the exact same kind of thing,
Yeah. Man, I want them to do one like this with Aliens versus Predator or Terminator or Transformers?
They did one with Transformers
A beat 'em up like this?
a couple years ago. Yeah.
Really? I never even knew that.
Yeah. Devastation, Transformers Devastation, I believe it was. But anyways, and if I'm not mistaken, the original voice actors were in that game.
Oh wow. Oh, look at this, Coach. You could probably speak on this.
Yes, Rooftop Korean, could not agree more. I think those games are the top of the line Transformers games.
I went through War of Cybertron. It was awesome.
I've got them both. Been through them both. Great games. I actually just reinstalled War for Cybertron 4 or 5 days ago, and I've been playing it. So 100% agree. Great suggestion there if you're a Transformers fan, which you can't buy War for Cybertron anymore online. You can buy old used copies, physical media if you have like a PS, what would it be, Nick? A 4? PS4? PS3? I bet it's 3.
It was 3 or 4 that came out on. Yeah.
But definitely worth looking into. The sequel,
I got it on Steam.
The sequel was really good too. So, yep, definitely worth checking out there. Now, let's hit these super chats real quick. Debbie Young, love your new display cabinets, Coach, with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Debbie. We appreciate that. A lot of the stuff that you've given me are in those display cases. So, thank you very much. Venger with £5. I'd be willing to bet the next live action show that has Clone Wars scenes will have Sister making an appearance. It'll happen. Just watch.
And the shills are just going to be going, oh my gosh, this is so great and wonderful. Like, we're really.
And if you don't like it, then you're a B, C, D, E. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which more on the shills later, guys.
Oh yeah, we're going there. So, but thank you, Venger. And then Odeon Arsenal with a £5 super chat. Hi guys, I would like to know about your rant on Palestinians and Muslims on your video on Asmongold. Why the hate? Serious question. I don't think it was hate from us.
No, not at all. We were just talking about literally basically him getting canceled for his opinion on a worldwide crisis situation. Regardless of which way you side with, both. Whichever way you lean, you should be able to give your take or your opinion on it and not be canceled for it. And that was mainly the point of the video. And then him basically apologizing to the mob, which you just don't ever do because they're not going to take your apology seriously and it's going to mean nothing to them.
He took his opinion to the extreme when he said that he didn't care about any of those people, forget them all kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like he might have gone a step too far. Now, is that kind of hatred rooted in some of the ideology over there? Yeah, it is. That's not hate from us. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Is it everybody in Palestine? Of course it's not.
Yeah.
Of course it's not. We've had some people commenting on that video that's been really interesting, Nick. Like this one guy kept saying over and over again, 20% of Palestinians are Christian. No, they're not. 1% of people in Palestine are Christian.
Yeah,
and
they got to keep that a secret. Otherwise, they'll get deleted.
Well, in some places, yeah, you're right. So no hate. If you think that we were hating, I believe that you misread us. You misread us. So, anyways, thank you for that, guys. We appreciate it very much. Let's see. Soundwave Superior. Hey, Coach and Nick. Love you guys and always love your content. Appreciate that, man.
Soundwave has one of the coolest voices out of any show, cartoon, anything of all time.
Top 3 villain side characters, Nick.
Ooh, side characters.
Soundwave has to be one of yours.
Soundwave is definitely one of mine. Soundwave actually might be my number 1 side villain character. I can't off the top of my head. This is just off the top of my head. Of course, if I gave it some thought, my list would probably completely change. But Soundwave would definitely be my number one. Number two would probably be, I mean, could Darth Vader be considered a side villain?
In Return of the Jedi, he can be.
Yeah.
And I guess in Empire.
Yeah.
Hell, I guess he can in all of them because he's a side character. In terms of like him having a superior, Grand Moff Tarkin was his superior.
In that first one, yeah. And then Emperor, he was based out doing the Emperor.
But he's a main character.
Yeah. So I probably wouldn't consider him a secondary.
Now you could go Darth Maul or somebody like that. You could probably go Tarkin.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably go Soundwave.
Ooh,
man, I'm gonna have to go the same series, Starscream. Boba Fett. Oh,
what about Shmi?
Yeah, no. And my number three would probably be the Lucasfilm Story Group.
I'm having a hard time with this one.
Yeah, that one's hard. Mine would be Soundwave, Starscream, and probably God, what would my third one be? That's tough. Golly, I cannot think of.
I've got mine.
All three?
No.
Oh, your third?
One of mine. No, they're in no particular order at all.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Between Transformers and G.I. Joe, I'm definitely going to have to go Starscream. I'm going to go Zartan. Zartan would be my G.I. Joe side character, bad guy. But then I'm going to have to go Saruman by Chris Lee.
Ooh, that is a good one.
And if I had to pick them, he'd probably be number one.
I'd probably have to put.
It's Christopher Lee.
Yeah. I'd probably have to put Maul for my number three because I like Maul. Probably he probably just inches.
You're a prequel. You're a prequel fan, no doubt.
Yeah, I like that character. He died way too soon. I wish he would have been through all three. And Vader would have beat him in the third film and taken his spot with the Emperor because he was freaking badass, man.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Papa Palpatine agrees with me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Saruman's
that.
a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, who were all those lizard dudes that served Mumra in Thundercats? His name was Sly.
Yeah, Sly. And he had his own little race of people.
I don't know what their race is called.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But his name is Slythe.
Yeah.
And I've got him right over there. So let's see. Speaking of the prequel trilogy, Nick, this was kind of nice to see. Jake Lloyd has been seen after, he was in an institution. He was institutionalized. He has schizophrenia, but his mother has given an update on him saying that he's been doing a lot better, that he's actually been having some interaction with people online and in the real world, and things are going well for him right now. So we wish him all the best. It's not what the other side of the fandom says it is. And I truly believe like the people who use Jake Lloyd, they use his illness and they use what's happened to him as ammunition to attack people who are critical of Disney Star Wars or critical of Star Wars. People who use Jake Lloyd in that way really should be ashamed of themselves. And I feel like our side should say that a lot more often. They make up things to use. And they use just anything they can. They'll just grab anything. It doesn't have to have receipts, doesn't have to have any proof. There doesn't have to be any evidence. We know something's wrong with Jake Lloyd, and we're going to blame Echo Base Network. We're going to blame Nerdrotic. We're going to blame the critical drinker. We're going to blame Jeremy. That's what they do. And that is really shameful on their part. It's a low blow. We hope that this guy is doing well, just like they profess.
Yeah.
I don't believe that a lot of these actors, this is something that we're going to talk about. We've talked about it many times, Nick. A lot of these actors, they haven't had problems with fandom. They've had problems with what's happened to their career.
Yeah.
And who was most responsible for that? Not the fans.
Yeah.
The studio.
Yep. And the fans, most of the time, 95% of the time, it's the fans going after the characters, the writing of the characters, the directing, all that other sort of stuff. It's not until that actor comes out and does some stupid crap like freaking
Amanda
Stenberg in her discourse video or whatever.
That discharge video.
Yeah, her discharge video. That when they go after when they then go after the fans, then they go after them because that the other actor who was in Squid Game, the Korean guy or the Chinese guy who played Saul, nobody was going after him. Nobody was going after what's the other?
Look, people didn't attack Jake Lloyd. They attacked episode 1.
Yeah.
They didn't like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, and they didn't like kid Darth Vader.
Yeah. It's not personal against Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've never seen somebody go all in on Jake Lloyd. Now, can that have a negative impact on him? Yeah. Like, how many directors are going, "Oh, I got to get that new Jake Lloyd kid for my next project"?
Yeah.
He's hot right now. No. There was so much backlash, and you get, for right or wrong, you get typecast.
Yeah.
You do. And look, the moment I see Oscar Isaac, guess what I think?
Sequel trilogy.
Yeah. And it stayed that way. I don't even want to watch anything with John Boyega in it, or Oscar Isaac, or
Daisy Ridley.
Or Daisy Ridley. And it's nothing personal against them. It just takes me back to that awful trilogy.
Yeah.
However, Oscar Isaac was able to remedy that. Moon Knight was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking like D+ okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I wasn't watching Moon Knight going, "Oh, that's Poe."
Yeah.
But he was fabulous as Leto Atreides.
Yeah. Yeah. And Dune. Yep.
And I'm very thankful for that. And I can watch him now and be like, it's recovered because he was in something that I love. So I'm like, I can do it now. He was, I wouldn't change him in Dune for a second.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
I mean, if you go back and look at the original trilogy, the only actor in there that didn't get typecast and went on to have a very successful career was Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's right. So Lord Carnor Jax here, I agree. It was the media. It's been the media.
Yeah.
The media attacks. It's not the fans. But they sure do like to put it on the fans. And those shills love to just casually say, it's the fans. It's those...
The toxic.
It's echo base.
Yeah.
It's, they're phobes. They're bigots. They're all these things. And you got us all wrong. That's just your go-to. That's just the easy thing. It's lazy.
Yeah.
It's lazy. And they should never use somebody like Jake Lloyd, who actually suffers from an illness. I just think that is totally jacked up. Now,
yeah, I agree.
Moving on from this, we'll circle back to this, I promise you. Mads Mikkelsen has now been approved, Nick. He's been put on the agenda for Star Wars Celebration in Japan. So the speculation there is because he's confirmed to be making an appearance, Mads Mikkelsen will be returning as Galen Erso in Andor Season 2. That's the thought for this. Does that make the proposition of Andor 2 or Season 2 any better for you? Should he be in it? I don't think there's any question he should be in it because he was such an integral role in Rogue One.
Yeah, it would make sense, and there's definitely a place for him in Andor Season 2. We already know Mads Mikkelsen's coming back is Director Krennic. That's already been confirmed. So it would make sense that
look, Andor Rogue One was great.
Not Mads Mikkelsen. Who is it? That's who we're talking about. Krennic.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's coming.
Ben
back.
Mendelsohn.
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah.
So, look, he was fabulous in that movie. The whole the movie was great.
Yeah, I had some issues with it, but overall, it was
close.
Not even close. Yeah.
Like that. Look,
it's the only one that's watchable for me.
I would go as far to say, where does Rogue One fall in for all Star Wars movies? Like, what place do you put it in?
I mean,
that's a serious question.
I'd rather. I would put.
We're going to lose some subs on this one.
Yeah, I would put Rogue One. For me personally, I'd put it above Episode 1 and 2.
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't put it above Revenge of the Sith. But,
no, I'm not putting it above Revenge of the Sith. And I'm not going to put it above Attack of the Clones. But I will put it above Phantom Menace.
Yeah. It would be
it's probably the minority opinion. Yeah. I think Attack of the Clones is a far superior movie than The Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That each one got better. The worst one being Phantom Menace. Then the second one was better than the Phantom Menace, and then the Revenge of the Sith was obviously better than the two previous ones.
Right. Yeah. So that's a really good Star Wars film.
Yeah. Coach has had to sneeze. I bet.
I'm coughing.
Oh,
can't shake it. So, anyways, we'll be watching that and see what the developments are there. He'll probably be back, and that'll be awesome. Now, over to our main topic, I guess, if you will, main topic of the night. The shills, Nick, are preemptively attacking the toxic fandom because they're saying, and you guys might have seen this, I don't know. I am in some of the really big, well-known shill groups. They do not know I'm in there. I don't post. I don't comment. I just observe and just watch. I want to see what they're saying.
Yeah.
So one of the things that they've been saying recently is Andor's coming up, and we got to protect these child actors from all those toxic Star Wars fans talking about people like us. They're talking about us, and they're saying that if you're all of the people that don't like what Disney Star Wars is doing, we got to protect these kids from those people because ABCD. And I'm like, bro, who is attacking the kids? Like, again, we've already made the point. That's not happening. But anyways, let's see exactly what they're saying. I apologize for playing this video on our channel. In truth, I tried to befriend this person. It did not work out because this man is incapable of having a conversation. He's real quick to point his finger and call you all the names.
Yeah.
You know, we did a video about Dave Filoni's wife being into witchcraft. She is. She makes public posts about it. If she makes public posts about it, why can I not say anything about that? I didn't say we need to go burn her at the stake. All I said was, hey, Dave Filoni's wife practices witchcraft, or at least used to. She said this. Here's the post. But I'm such a sorry sack of you-know-what for mentioning that, for going after Dave Filoni's wife. Don't make the post.
Yeah.
Keep your business your business. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We were trying to figure out why the heck did Star Wars turn into all this witchcraft?
Yeah.
Oh, Star Wars has always had witchcraft. Don't you know what the Force is? They can justify anything.
Yep.
So, anyways, here's the video. Oh, Lord. I'm going to pause it occasionally.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to...
Now, look, some of the things that he says, he's right. He comes across in this video being very reasonable. But he's preaching to his audience, his choir.
Yeah.
He's
the
not
choir.
He's not talking to us.
Yeah.
Or he would, that face and this tone would be totally different because he hates us.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. He thinks we're the problem, and we're not.
We're the toxic. We are part of the toxic fandom.
If you don't, it's the extremes. If you are not for it, you're my enemy.
Yeah.
That's the mindset here.
The channel, you know, with Skeleton Crew on the horizon, there's a lot of buzz about this show, and there's already a growing concern within the Star Wars community because, as many of you know, this series is going to center around 4 young actors.
There's a growing concern in the Star Wars community from you.
Yeah, from that side, the side that thinks that, you know, the toxic fandom is just out to get everybody, you know.
Guys, as you watch this video and hear what he says, notice he gives no examples for any of his claims. Not a single one. He's just talking. And that's exactly what makes this propaganda.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And people are already voicing a little bit of a worry. They're saying things like, we've got to make sure that these kids don't get treated like Jake Lloyd did during the Phantom Menace.
Oh, by the media? Well, I mean, you better go after the media.
Mm-hmm. How are you going to protect him anyways? You're going to silence the opposition. That's what they want to do.
Yeah. How do you protect actors from people criticizing them?
You know who was mean to Jake Lloyd? People in his 3rd grade class.
Yep. Yeah. That bullied him. People
because he went to school with people like you.
Yep.
You, Nick.
Yeah. I would have pushed him down and made fun of him.
Yeah, exactly. You suck, just Darth Vader.
Nerd. No. I mean, I was a huge Star Wars fan, so me and him probably would have been best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And with recent shows like The Acolyte, we've seen racism, we've seen sexism, we've seen just plain bigotry rear their ugly heads in part of the fandoms.
If I don't want to watch something, because they're saying it's the gayest show ever, and I'm like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm a bigot.
Gay Star Wars.
I'm not. That doesn't make me a bigot because I'm not all accepting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So today, I want to talk a little bit about something important. What's considered an attack on these actors, and what's just fair criticism? So let's break it down. Well, let's start with some of the history. You know, toxicity in Star Wars fandom is not a new thing. Jake Lloyd, who played young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace, was relentlessly attacked.
By
example?
By
relentlessly attacked?
Receipts?
It didn't even stop there. Ahmed Best, who portrayed Jar Jar Binks, faced so much harassment that it seriously impacted his mental health.
So much harassment. No, bro, his career was destroyed.
Yeah.
It's not. I had so much. His livelihood was ruined
From that character.
Yes, and that's not the fans' fault.
Yeah.
George
Lucas's
created something awful.
Yeah.
Period. Does that make me less of a Star Wars fan to say that? No, I'm a realist.
But to be fair, there were people out there like Jar Jar, and many of them were young kids.
True.
And middle-aged kids, because my sister Melissa, Jar Jar is her favorite character. So
our good brother and longtime member, Green Lantern. What's up, bro? What happens when someone says this show is not for you, and then we don't watch it? You're a phobe. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a phobe. Don't watch it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And then the show doesn't get any viewership because you just told everybody not to watch it, and then the show gets canceled. Great plan there, guys.
Soul Assassin Jack Lloyd's mother spoke out about the media criticism of her son. Andrew Wall always says things that hurts my head. Coach, if you're not gay, you're a racist.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. The media was going after him and his acting chops and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The fans just didn't like the character. They didn't want baby Darth Vader.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I'm kind of getting to the point a little too fast, but I just want to say, being in their pages, in their groups, and listening and seeing the things that they say, they're so like pro Disney Star Wars and the agenda, and like the icon for the group is a rainbow imperial signal and all this stuff. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just watching, just observing. They give you content to make videos on all the time. Yeah. We need to start doing that again. But anyways, that's kind of what we're doing here. They were in there all promoting Pete Feltzer's, that's who this man is, his video. Talking about what a great thing this is, da-da-da. Yeah. Here's what I want to say, and I don't think I've ever said this on the channel, but I want to know what you think. They were saying that some of the children that are in the Acolyte, or not the Acolyte, but in Skeleton Crew, they screenshot from a subreddit, but they blurred out the user's name, and it was something very much like great, more DEI representation, and the user said a couple of sentences that were pretty ugly against the young black female lead. Okay? Do you know what I think as I read that?
One of them went in there and typed that in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most people that are on our side aren't out there doing that.
Exactly. I feel like they're just creating things.
Yeah.
So they can be, because here's what they do. They paint us with the broad brush.
Yeah.
If you're anti-Disney Star Wars, you're all that. You're all part of the problem, which of course is ridiculous.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, I would bet my whole yearly salary on it that some of these shills out there literally go out there and type in these threads and make these comments and then do crap like that. Like look at these comments right here. And they're just literally showing screenshots of some dumb crap that they typed in there.
Yep. All right, let's continue. No receipts.
And fast forward to today, and we've seen actors in The Last Jedi, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, The Acolyte, all of them deal with the same kind of hate. And a lot of it, far too much of it.
What about Gina Carano? He won't say anything about her.
Yeah. Yeah. What about all the backlash and hate she was getting from people on that side of the aisle.
If you happen to be Caucasian, it doesn't matter, especially if you're conservative.
Yeah, exactly. And what's the guy who played Smilo Ren in The Acolyte? What was his name? Manny
Jacinto.
Yeah, Manny Jacinto. Nobody was going after that dude because he wasn't going after the fans. I thought he had one of the better performances in there. Carrie Ann Moss, who was in it for the first 5 minutes of the series, nobody was going after her.
Yeah.
And you can't say it's a race thing, because we were sitting there crapping all over freaking Leslie Headland's wife's, who was in there also, whatever the frick her name was.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't even remember what her name is. I'm sure
race has nothing to do with it. I mean,
yeah,
I know it all
race
comes.
And sex has nothing to do with it.
I know it all comes down to individual preference there, but anyways, let's continue.
Is rooted in racism and sexism and just plain ignorance. And what's made this worse is social media. Platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and even Reddit have made it really easy for people to band together and spread this kind of hate and ugliness.
All right. So that's a big part of the problem. Now, I just want to throw this out there. He posted this video yesterday. The Star Wars SSW network. It has 116 views. 116 views. Where are all the people banding together to get behind this message that he's saying? Here's why they're not there. Because this isn't real.
Yeah, no.
It's amazing to me how much time these people have devoted to something that's a total waste of their time.
Yeah.
To fiction.
Yep.
And you can't do anything, even if this problem did exist. All right. The problem exists, but it is nowhere even near as big as they make it to be.
Yeah, no. I mean, is there some weirdos out there that are obes? Of course, but it is
on
such
both
a small
sides.
fraction.
On both sides.
Yeah, it's such a small fraction of the fan base that it's not even worth mentioning. And sort of like what Morgan Freeman said in his interview with that he had a while back when he was asked, how do you stop racism? And Morgan Freeman was like, stop talking about it.
Exactly. He's right.
Stop talking about it. Stop trying to amplify it and throw it out there and say, this is it. No, people are. This is pretend stuff. This is fictional entertainment. These aren't real people. I mean, the actors and stuff, obviously, but the characters and all that stuff, it's just entertainment. And we're literally just giving our thoughts and opinions on it. And we want good entertainment because we like being entertained. And we have had a love for Star Wars since we were small children, and we want it to be on that Star Wars standard of the OT. We want that high quality entertainment with Star Wars, and we're not getting it, and it's frustrating and it's irritating, and all the crap that Disney and Lucasfilm is doing is irritating and frustrating. And basically, we're literally voicing our concerns and basically venting about it. But when I go to bed at night, guess what? I'm not sitting there not being able to sleep because Star Wars
because I'm filled with rage.
Because I'm filled with rage. I literally saw one of these shills who talked about how they couldn't sleep, they couldn't eat because the Acolyte got canceled for season 2. They were so upset,
and they think we're the weird ones.
Yeah, I'm like, what? It's a TV show. Like go outside.
They still got the hashtag renew the Acolyte.
Oh God. Yeah,
really
that
funny.
Show's dead. It's not ever coming back. In a way, I was hoping it was coming back because I never had more fun roasting a piece of crap form of entertainment in my life.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Please bring it back because I had so much fun crapping on that show. And like the DA was saying last night on Doomcock stream, let's fast track this and get this thing burnt down to the ground as soon as possible. So
Yep.
I'm all for it. You know,
Let's continue.
And it's been persistent. Now, with Skeleton Crew bringing these young actors, the community is shouting loud and clear, we cannot let these kids go through this same kind of hate and bigotry. And they're 100% right. These kids should not have to deal with it at all. They're just actors. They're kids stepping into these roles. They got to be excited to be part of something massive like Star Wars. And it's not just about protecting their careers. It's about protecting their mental health and well-being. So let's be really clear. What do we mean when we say the word attack? Harassment. Well, this is when people go out of their way to insult, threaten, or target an actor.
By the way, insult, threaten, and target YouTube content creators is what this guy does as a full-time job.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes after Star Wars theory every day.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, most kids go through harassment, bullying, name calling. That's part of being a kid. That builds character. You know, life isn't sunshine and rainbows. You know, when I was a kid, I remember I got off the bus one day and some kid pushed me down and spread my legs open and kicked me in the nuts. And I went home crying. You know, I was like 6 years old, you know, but was I traumatized for life and had to go to therapy, you know, and was like, oh my God, no, you know, I got in fights, I got called names, and I did the same crap to other kids. It's just, you know, that's kids. But I seriously, highly doubt there's going to be grown adults out there going after these kids going, you suck.
Not
like,
for people that are in their right mind.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely ridiculous. And when we get through with this video, I got something else to show you guys on this.
All right, let's continue.
Racial slurs, gender-based insults, threats of violence. This is harassment and has no place in this fandom or any fandom, period.
Let's just be honest. He's part of the crew that wanted Star Wars theory, Nerdrotic, all of them removed from YouTube.
Yeah,
removed
completely.
Yeah.
Bigotry and prejudice. Well, when people start criticizing an actor based on their race, based on their gender, based on their ethnicity, none of that is criticism. It's hatred. And
I don't see it.
No.
Crosses the line every single time. The impact of this kind of behavior is real. We've seen how it affected Jake Lloyd, who left the industry partially because of that backlash. We saw Ahmed Best, who almost didn't recover from the abuse that he received. These attacks hurt people, and they don't just go away. So let's talk about what fair criticism looks like, because it is really totally okay to not love everyone.
All right. So he gets into, you don't like the plot, you don't like the dialogue, you don't like, and that's pretty much.
And that's what we talk about.
Yeah, it is. But so what he can't handle is that when we talk about the woke agenda. And that's one reason, that's a big reason why Star Wars is failing.
Yeah.
Because it totally disconnects Star Wars from a majority of the audience.
Yeah. But that woke agenda is there. And Disney executives have been on video and have literally said it. There's evidence of this. This isn't some conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This is real, and there's evidence to support it 100%. Now, on that, this user right here on Twitter, which I'm sure you guys have seen.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Kenobi. She's one of the people that was out here voicing this 3 days ago. Lucasfilm, please protect these children when this show comes out. Please protect them. Like, get them armed security and make sure that the security checks their social media before they get on their phones or computers so they don't see anything bad. Like what are you gonna do? So here I go. 99% of people that trash on Disney Star Wars go after the writing, directing, character development, etc. Most people do not go after the actors unless the actor goes after the fans. The kids will be fine. And then just more and more people are getting on this bandwagon of save the children, protect the children before the show comes out from these crazy toxic Star Wars white male fans out there.
Do you know, like, for the things that they say, it's just they're just beating a drum over and over and over. How many times do we have to hear them say racist, bigots? If you had clips of Star Wars theory that showed that he was a racist, you'd be playing it every day on repeat.
There's no receipts. They have no receipts.
None.
For anybody.
Because it's not. It goes back to what we talked about earlier. If you don't agree with me, I'm going full tilt, anti-attack you.
Yeah.
You racist, bigot, homophobe.
Yeah. They were trying to blame Jeremy in G&G for the attacks on Kelly Marie Tran. You know, during that time, and that's why she got off social media. And literally, Jeremy pulled up the video that was in question, and he literally says, you know, nothing against Kelly Marie Tran. I'm talking about the character, the Rose Tico character. That's what we're talking about. Now, I could watch the Skeleton Crew, and if I think the characters for these kid actors are portraying suck, I'm gonna be like, these characters suck. They're boring. I don't like them. That has nothing to do with the actors portraying them,
right?
At all. Now, if I could be like, oh, I don't really like these kids acting. I don't think they're very good child actors. That's a valid criticism, but that's not a personal attack on them. I don't know none of these kids, and I've not seen the show.
And we don't hate them. We don't want them burned at the stake.
Yeah.
Or anyone else, but these people like Pete Feltzer, they like, man. I mean, I am convinced they really believe these things.
Yeah,
like they are living in a world where the air is just totally different than the air I'm breathing. Like, it's wild. It is wild, and it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not even trying to get political. But if you listened to the interview last night on Fox,
oh jeez,
if you listened to that interview and you thought to yourself, yeah, you tell him, girl.
Man, that was the most disastrous interview I think I've ever seen somebody give. Oh man, what a train wreck!
There is no irony in the fact that the people who were supporting her and like, yes, she's perfect, everything she says, yes, she gives no receipts.
No.
She answers no questions.
Yeah. No evidence.
She's no different than these people that I'm showing you right here.
Yeah.
Like they just make up what they have to believe, and then they just have it on repeat. They just say it over and over again.
And people like Mark Hamill and Mark Cuban who are on their side, and they spew the same nonsense crap out there as well.
It was a live televised program.
Oh man, after watching that last night, I'm like, there's no way this dumb woman could freaking be on Joe Rogan for 2 or 3 hours.
She will not go on Joe Rogan.
No way. No way.
So much damage was done yesterday.
Yeah.
She's not doing it.
Yeah, no way she's doing that Joe Rogan interview. It would literally end the election.
I loved it when she was like, she had no answer. She's like, you know what we're talking about. You know. And Brett Baer was like, actually, I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
Yeah, why don't you tell me?
No answers. They have no answers. They just keep saying the same stuff over and over again. It's rhetoric.
Yeah.
And there are people who just suck it up and believe it and buy it because that's what they need to believe. So the world is what they need it to be.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just not reality.
No.
It's just awful. Andrew Wall, Nick voting for Kamala. Oh.
Yeah. I got my Kamala and Waltz sign out in the front yard. I'm going to vote for him twice.
So back to the video.
Not really. Trump 2024.
So he had this toxic Star Wars fandom exposed. Can we protect Skeleton Crew cast? All right, first of all, that's clickbait because you didn't expose anybody.
No.
Nothing was exposed. You gave no receipts at all.
Yeah, expose would be like, hey, look, this is them. This is their
I don't
content.
know what this video is up here at the top, but I need to watch that.
Yeah, this is their Discord. This is what they're saying. Look, this is them. Or actually show the usernames. You know, this is something Jeremy over at G&G was talking about way back in the day. Like, where are all these people who are attacking Kelly Marie Tran and all this stuff? Like, show us these people. We'll go after them too and tell them that they're idiots.
Exactly.
And that they shouldn't be going after the actors, you know, unless the actors give them a reason to, like freaking Amanda Stenberg did.
Yes.
And several other people that are involved with Star Wars that go after the fans, you know, and start spewing the same nonsense crap.
Yeah.
Look, you know, and then it's fair game.
Salty Texas Ranger, we can't attack Skeleton Crew yet. We don't know a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not hitting the media circuit saying it's the gayest show ever.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, they always set this up. You know, before Kenobi even dropped, they were talking about this with Reva and the actress, whatever her name is, I don't even remember.
Moses Ingram.
Yeah, Moses Ingram.
You didn't remember it because you're a racist.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like they're pre-gaming before the show gets out because they're already watching it. They already know their messaging is in it. Same crap that they've been doing. And they know the show's probably going to catch a lot of backlash. And then they're going to flip it and turn it and be like, all these toxic people, they're going after the kids. Oh my gosh, Disney, protect these kids.
Yeah.
Like, what evil people going after these young children? No. If the show sucks and this character sucks, I'm going to be going after the writers, the directing, the storytelling, the acting, the character development. It's nothing personal against against them at all.
So guess what that makes us? That makes us at war. No. Because the studios are attacking the fans. The studios are creating these super groups. We did a video about this. Everybody's been talking about it. You know, they want you silenced.
Yeah.
Give me your money or say nothing. You know, like, you have the right as a consumer to purchase a ticket and go watch my movie, but don't you dare say anything negative about it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, wait a minute. If I bought a ticket to your movie, I could say whatever I want.
Yeah.
I could criticize anything I want to criticize.
Yeah.
Everything's open. And if people don't like my take, then don't watch the video.
Yeah. Everybody is a critic in life, whether it's with food, music,
but
movies,
you're a hater.
TV shows, other people, your job. Everybody is a critic. You are a critic every single day of your life. We all are. But as far as the social media boot camps to the super fan focus groups, that's just a spin talk for the shill groups out there that are just going to love and just soak up anything that you throw at them, and they're just going to automatically love everything. They're not going to give you any actual critical feedback, or this isn't a good idea, this doesn't match up with lore, none of that stuff. I mean, you get me and Coach in there, Star Wars Theory, X-Wing, Rissman, the DA, you know, get a lot of these, you know, real true Star Wars fans that are actually going to be honest.
Yeah. Well, look, they're real true Star Wars fans. It's just not the same kind of Star Wars we're fans of.
No.
And they're trying to bring in representation, and I need to show that, you know, I need it to make me feel like I'm in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I'm in it. It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama. I don't need to be in Star Wars.
Yeah. I didn't see no which me and Coach are far from rednecks, but I didn't see any Southern gentlemen, like Coach and myself, in Star Wars anywhere.
Only one of us is a gentleman, and it ain't you.
And it ain't me. But yeah, I don't care about being represented, or any of that. I mean, I went and saw Black Panther, the first one. I thought the movie was okay or whatnot, but I wasn't like, man, I need more white people in this thing, man. I need more representation. I didn't watch Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society back in the day and be like, man, I need some more white people in the hood. I feel underrepresented watching this.
So, I remember the opening night for the last Harry Potter movie.
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I went to go see that opening night. We were on vacation, and we knew that the movie was coming out that night, and I was like, do you want to go to the midnight premiere? And she was like, yeah. So we got our tickets. We go. We're sitting in our seat. Man, there was a line. It was like Star Wars. There was a line. We're just waiting to get in. People were dressed up. Like, it was very much like the Phantom Menace night. So we get in there, and I'm not thinking, man, I'm surrounded by white people. I was not thinking. I never even crossed my mind.
Yeah.
So before the movie starts, this black gentleman came walking by in front of everybody, and he was carrying a popcorn and a Coke, going to his seat. And he stops walking, and he looks up. We're stadium seats. He looks up at all of us, and he goes, hey, everybody, random black man appearance. And then everybody just died laughing.
Yeah.
And he just kept walking, goes to his seat, sits down, and enjoys the final Harry Potter movie. I have no idea what that story means, but a lot of these people make a much bigger deal about race than it really is.
Yeah. We're all human beings. We all live on the same planet. We all live in the same world. We're all different in some way, shape, or form. Like I said earlier, Morgan Freeman said it best. How do you stop racism? Stop talking about it. Stop making it a thing, and it won't be a thing. They are making it a thing because it keeps getting brought up and thrown out there. When there's not any of that going on, and the very, very small bit that is so small, it's not even worth mentioning or even talking about. Let those people be idiots.
It's not. One of my favorite movies from the 90s? Above the Rim.
You know what? I got a story to tell you about that, and I was just thinking about it.
You know how many actors in that movie were white? Zero.
Yeah, I couldn't think of one.
Don't care.
Yeah, so I went and saw that movie no, it wasn't by myself. It was me and Bill Reed. You remember Bill Reed?
No.
Yeah. But me and him went and saw that movie. We were in middle school, 7th grade, I think. And we were probably, there might have been like maybe 3 other white people in that, but we weren't like, oh man, we're in here with a bunch of black people. No, we loved basketball, and we were fans, and we were Tupac fans at the time also, and he was in that movie.
He was.
And so like,
I had no idea you saw that in the theater.
Yeah. I went and saw it in the theater. Yeah. Boys in the Hood, another one of my favorite movies from back in the 90s. Menace to Society.
I took a date to opening night for Life, and we were the only 2 white people in the theater.
Oh, really?
I didn't care.
Yeah.
I used to go to basketball games to go scout opponents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only white person in the building.
Yeah.
And the gym's sold out.
Yeah.
Don't care. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't go, all these racists, there are no white people here.
Yeah. I feel unrepresented in this building right now.
Oh, man.
It's so ridiculous. So anytime you hear people...
I'm white. Is it okay to watch the BET?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was Life. the movie was Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Can I get your cornbread? You ain't getting my motherfucker cornbread.
Yeah, and Martin was one of my favorite shows back in the day. In Living Color, which Jim Carrey, God, he was so freaking hilarious in that.
Yep.
Damon Wayans, Homie the Clown.
Hey, In Living Color, you ready?
Yeah.
The Last Jedi.
Oh, hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was we were in
we were at IHOP. You killed me.
Yeah, IHOP.
killed
And
me.
Coach was recording because we were doing our gonna be doing our
I didn't see that one coming. Man, you killed me.
And Coach put the camera on me and was like, Nick, thoughts on the movie? And I was like, hated it.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you used to do when we were kids. Like Nick used to get me thrown out of class in middle school because I'd be laughing so hard because he was so funny. He was he'd say the stupidest stuff and I'd be rolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in my older age I've just gotten, I don't know, it was probably high school.
Do you know what it was back then? You had a lot more energy.
Oh yeah, I definitely had way more energy.
That's the difference. How much would you say I've changed?
Other
You
than all,
you could be brutally honest. I mean,
other than the drugs and alcohol stuff, not really that much.
You didn't have to go that far.
You said brutally honest.
Yeah. Oh, he's kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, but same with me. I mean, hell, Coach knows more crap about me.
Your history's way worse than mine.
Oh, way worse. So yeah, we've all
people in the chat are like, Coach?
Yeah.
Drugs and alcohol?
Yeah, we've all had our younger misguided times, and some of us it just lasted a little longer than.
Yes. Oh my! Hey, I love that bit. Oh my goodness, man!
What?
Like Dave Chappelle. One of his bits, he was talking about the crack epidemic and about how it just rampaged the streets in Baltimore.
Oh
and Washington.
Yeah.
And the punchline was him mocking Nancy Reagan. Rest in peace. I love Nancy Reagan. Yeah. Just say no, kids.
Yeah.
You can't
I remember that.
Just say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't. So, look, Coach made mistakes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Coach did shrooms.
Yeah. I've only done 2 drugs my entire life. Shrooms was not one of them. But it's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
Charlie Murphy. Oh God, the Dave Chappelle show. God, that was so freaking funny.
His stand-ups are to me are even funnier.
Oh yeah, his stand-ups are great.
They're worth going through. They're worth going through like once a year. They're so good. And if you've never people underestimate the intelligence of somebody like Dave Chappelle. The man is a genius.
Oh,
Like, if you want to be entertained, there are 2 interviews that I think would be shocking for a lot of people. One is Dave Chappelle on Inside the Actors Studio.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was really good. That was after Africa. Yeah, that was one of his first interviews when he came back. Yeah.
And it is so good and eye-opening, and he's so articulate.
Yeah.
And he's thinking literally. We're playing checkers and he's playing chess. Like he's just 3 or 4 moves ahead. It's insane. But another one, and I believe I had you watch this one a few years ago, was there was a French. It was in Paris. French audience. I can't remember the guy's name that interviewed, but they had Mike Tyson on.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Mike Tyson's so smart it's not even funny.
I'm sure I probably watched it.
I've been teaching history for 20 years, and he could run circles around me.
Yeah.
With what he knows about history. He's a voracious reader of history.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, that can't hardly speak, is freaking extremely intelligent. Definitely something worth checking out if you've never seen it. So, and he takes the audience through several of his fights, and he's remembering things, and it's really neat. Really, really neat for people to watch. Anyways,
it's funny while you were talking. So that M person who I commented on a little bit ago,
M Kenobi.
Yeah, M Kenobi. This is what she just posted. Black as the devil, hot as hell, pure as an angel, sweet as love. Yeah, protect the children. Protect the children from your Twitter account.
Ridiculous.
Not from us fans.
I don't know why this person is always popping up on our feed. So today I was in one of those groups, and they've been all about the anti-bigotry, anti-racist, anti-this. We got to protect the kids. We got to protect them. All these toxic fans, blah, blah, blah. And then they post a meme about I mean, it was funny, but the meme was poking fun at Alabamians, saying that, in Alabama, they keep it in the family. They were insinuating, the meme was insinuating that people in Alabama fall in love with their cousins and they all support MAGA. And I'm like, I actually commented, and I was like, so just checking, this group is totally cool with poking fun at people from Alabama, but not cool if you have criticism about the Acolyte or whatever. And they were like, this guy came at me hard. It was like, no, you have a problem with it because Jesus is your Lord. He looked at my profile, and it says that on my profile.
Yeah,
Jesus is Lord. That for me, that's the thing. But the guy went, and I'm like, I responded. I said, "What does Jesus have to do with this? Like, you're just wanting to attack, but that's what they do. Like, it's ridiculous how bad it has become." So anyways, I don't know. Here, we got some member chats and super chats. Darth Maul's lower half. Yes, it's patriarchal. No good or evil, save for black nerds. Anakin blew up the Death Star twice. The gayest show ever. None of them knew what they were talking about. Backlash deserved.
Yeah,
backlash deserved. It was awful.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the worst Star Wars show ever. It's one of the worst shows ever.
Yeah.
Like, if it weren't Star Wars and we didn't have this channel, there's no way I would have kept watching that show.
Hell no.
I'd rather watch the Get Along Gang.
Yeah.
Now. The Get Along Gang. Hi, I'm Montgomery Moose, and I want to be your friend.
Yeah. Get along, gang. Get along, gang.
Omega Supreme. Oh, I love it. Omega Supreme with cheese. $5. Hey, old friend. When they talk about racism, ignore it and stick to your criticism. They're just trying to distract from the fact their product sucks.
Their product does suck. And they want to keep, trying to push it up. Well, they can't lift that much weight. All those shills can't lift that much weight because that is a crap ton of weight. Their product sucks 100%.
I'd rather watch the Snorks over that. Man, I ain't thought about that in a long time.
Golly, the Snorks. That was like SpongeBob before SpongeBob.
Yeah. So let's see. Till all are one. Yikes, we remember the Get Along Gang cartoon. We mentioned Snorks. Here, I got one for you. You ready? You ready?
Huh.
Way up in the trees, climb the...
No clue.
You don't know. Chat, help him out.
Way up in the trees.
Way up in the trees, climb the...
I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure I know the show.
Your content sucks. Not you, Nick and Coach. Appreciate you, brother. Oop, got it. My boy Peak Obi-Wan. Munchichis. Munchichis.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember the Munchichis? Way up in the trees, climb the Munchichis. Munchichi. Munchichi.
No.
Munchichi means happiness.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch any gay cartoons growing up.
Hey, you will take that back.
I did watch do you remember Herculoids?
No.
It was on the Cartoon Network Express, Hanna-Barbera.
Hemorrhoids.
Herculoids.
No. Sounds terrible. All right, here you go. Here you go, everybody. Look, I will never forget Christmas 1984. We go to my grandmother's.
Mm-hmm.
Whole family's there. My grandmother bought me the girl Munchichi.
Oh,
I was pissed the whole car ride home. Here you go. You ready?
Yep.
Way up in the trees lived a Monchichi. They love to laugh and play, have a happy, happy day. A Monchichi means happiness.
Like I said, I didn't watch any gay cartoons when I was growing up. I mean, I watched like Captain Caveman, Dragon's Lair. I did watch Snorks. I did watch
too.
Get Along Gang.
This is better than Get Along Gang.
Yeah, I've never seen that show.
You did. You just forgot it.
But the
That is possible. My memory sucks.
Every day they tease, try to catch and squeeze.
So back up in the trees go the Monchichi. Monchichi means happiness, man.
Yeah, negative. Yeah, big negatorio on the Monchichis.
I think I'm getting sick, dude.
Man, my sinuses and crap have been acting up this week. Gary Ambrosia, his throat's starting to get sore. Doomcock, he's starting to have a sore throat, runny nose. It's that weather change.
David the Gnome. Yes, I watched it.
I don't know that one.
My
either.
buddy. I did not have one of those.
I remember the commercials.
You didn't watch Ewoks instead? Fake fan.
I did watch some of the Ewoks growing up. And
Jim
the
S. I don't often agree with Nick, but
yeah. So this right here, this was the Herculoids. I know you watched this show because if you watch Cartoon Express.
I don't remember that at all.
Really?
Mm-mm. Nope. But I've got one for you. You ain't ready for this. All right, here it comes, everybody. You're welcome. In advance.
hear anything. Oh, Silverhawks. Yeah, I watched that. I think
Who's that talking?
I don't hear nothing. There's no sound.
Oh, you don't hear it? Here you go.
They fight with nerves of steel, partly metal, partly real. They are the Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is talking?
Mm-mm. Oh,
Larry-
stupid echo.
Larry Kinney,
Who's that?
Lion-O.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the bad guy is the voice actor for Mumra.
Oh, I did not know that. Do you remember this show? This was actually
Cops. Great show. Love it. And I love the intro, man. The music.
the 80s, man. They had like the best cartoons, man. They just don't make cartoons like they.
Nothing from the 80s would survive today because the world's too different.
No
For
way,
instance,
yeah.
For instance,
I'm tired of this. I'm sick and tired of an 8-10 record.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
remember.
tired of losing to Purdue. I'm not here to around this week. Now you may be, but I'm not. Now I'm gonna guarantee you that if we don't play up there Monday night, you aren't gonna believe the next 4 days.
that was my hero.
Yeah.
Got to meet him and hang out with him a few times. But thank you, Omega Supreme with cheese, for those awesome super chats, man. Omega Supreme. The only valid complaint I have of Rose Tico is the wrong sister died. Go back and rewatch. Her sister was hot AF.
Yeah, she was.
I didn't even remember she had a sister. You're right.
Yeah, remember
Dude,
she
bro,
was kicking the ladder to get the little.
We hadn't
bomb
watched
remote.
those movies. I'll never watch them again.
No, I never will. I'll never watch one of those sequel trilogy movies ever again, ever in my entire life. Solo, the only one I'll watch, the only Disney stuff I would even consider watching again would be Rogue One and the first 2 seasons of Mando. Only some of the episodes in the first 2 seasons of Mando, because some of those episodes I did not think were very good. Sports All-Star Show at Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky. I remember that.
I remember,
don't.
and Michael Jordan.
Oh, was he on there as well?
Yes. Football, basketball, hockey.
Huh.
Yep, I do remember. So, I don't know. Look, have you guys enjoyed having a classic throwback live stream with just the two of us?
Yeah, just Nick and Coach hanging out.
Hadn't heard from the DA.
I've not heard from him either.
I'm sure he's tied up, man. He's always here when he can be, you know.
Yeah.
It's never like he's got to be here. Like he knows if the door's open, come on in. It's the regular show, but if you can't make it, it's all good. So, anyways, guys, look, that's going to do it for us as we move into part 2 of our live stream.
Yep. Are we ending this and starting it or just staying in here?
We're ending it. We're starting a new one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to fix the echo. Well, I don't know if we'll have that when if you share on when you do the game. We fixed it the other night, but when you were sharing your screen a minute ago, the echo was back.
What was that setting?
Settings, Google Chrome settings,
System.
system, and
Yeah,
then
it's off.
first one checked, second one off.
Yeah, it's off. So I think we'll be good.
Okay.
So tell them what we're doing.
Yeah. So guys, we're ending this stream, and then we're going to be starting up a new stream. We'll probably, you want to shoot for 9 o'clock start time? So here in 15 minutes.
9 o'clock. You set it up. I'll get the game ready, and we'll
Yep.
do this.
Yep. So yeah, here in about 15 minutes, we'll be starting another stream with part 2 of Coach's first playthrough of Alien Isolation. He will be on camera this time, playing in the dark with the lights out. So yeah, I'll be in there highlighting chat and all that sort of stuff while Coach is going through the game. So yeah, come watch us do a gaming stream here in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Same bat channel, different bat time.
You don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
We had over 100 people in our first one. And
Yeah.
this is where we're actually going to get some action.
Yeah. Yep.
So-
Yep. Coach he has not seen the alien show up yet. That'll definitely happen in tonight's part.
Alien better be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Me and the
it'll
Fraggles
be
are
good.
coming. All right. Guys, thank you for being here. We'll be live again in 15 minutes.
Yep.
See y'all there.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Coach and Nick from Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.
Maybe, Dustin. You see what you did, Nick? You see what you did? Look at the screen and read it, Nick. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're still muted.
Oh, it's because we got this going. I had to put the unmute on Streamlabs. or
That's your
StreamYard.
fault right there. That's your fault. You never should have outed me like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I was there too, guys. So make fun of me. What I was going to say earlier, none of us are perfect, and we'll never, ever claim to be. We have all done some dumb crap in our lifetime. Said dumb crap, done dumb crap.
Still do. Still
yeah,
do.
still do. So yeah, we are definitely not perfect people, and we'll never claim to be.
All right. It's alien time. See y'all there.
Bye, guys.
Sir?
What?
Are we being too literal?
No, you fool. We're following orders. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it.
Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.